Lex with Thrifty Hodgepodge. Today I thought I'd bring you a different type of video. I'm going to show you how to count change back. The reason this has come about is due to me going to the movies recently, and the young girl behind the concession stand who was dealing with our refreshments did not know how to count change back, and when she turned back around to give us our refreshments, the register had wiped out the change amount to return to us. So she was like, it was $16.50. I owe you $4.50 back, right? Because I paid with a 20. And the little devil on my shoulder said, let's see where this goes. And I said, yeah, it's $4.50. It wasn't, by the way. It should have been $3.50, but I'll get to that in a second. And I said, yeah. So she gives me back $4.50. So gives me $4.50. So the little angel on my shoulder said, her drawer's going to be over. You better show her how to do this right. So I said, hey, do you know how to count back change? And she looked at me like I had two heads, and I was like, okay, let me show you a little trick. I said, so my amount back, or amount that I paid was $16.50, right? She goes, yeah, and I paid with a 20. She goes, yeah. I said, so if you start with the change and count it back up to $1. I said, so $16.50, $16.75, this makes 17, 18, 19, 20, and here's the $1 you overpaid me. She thought I was a magician, and just thought it was the coolest thing, and she freaked out because her drawer would have been over $1, or actually under $1. And her manager that was standing next to her, who was just a few years older than her, didn't know how to do this either, because they're teaching the kids calculus and trigonometry and stuff that we, well, everyday people just don't use, unless you're like an engineer or something. But they're not teaching them life skills. So this is what this is about, a life skill, common sense, something that you can use in the real world, especially if you're working in retail and have to deal with cash in any shape, way, or form. So I'm going to show you a few more examples so you can get the gist of it. So remember, I started off with a 20. The amount I had to pay was $16.50. And if you want to check my math, I've got my handy dandy phone calculator here just to make sure we're on point. So 20 minus $16.50 equals $3.50. So, and that was the amount that I returned to her, or that I made her give me after I returned her $1. So let's do a few more examples so make sure you understand what we're talking about. Let's say I have $20 and the amount is $18.72. So starting with this amount, we're going to take this coin amount and get that to a $1 amount, okay? So we're gonna bring the 72 cents up to 100 cents. That's all we're doing here. So 72, so I got my change here. So you start with the amount that they've paid, $18.72. Here's $18.73, $18.74, $18.75. So once you get to the 25 mark, so 25, 50, 75, you can bring in these big bad boys of quarters. So $16.75, that makes 100 cents. So that's now technically 19 and 20. So the change from a $20 bill for an $18.72 amount that you've paid to a business should be $1.28. Let's check our math. Am I right? 20 minus $18.72. $1.28. And what do you know? That's what I've got. So again, let's show you again. Another amount. Let's say they give you $10 and the amount is I don't know, I'm just throwing out numbers here, $5.27. Flip those change arounds again. The change amount we've got to get to $1. So that's where you're starting first. And I like to get into the 5 mark increments, to where you can get to nickels, dimes, quarters, that sort of thing, and then I'll show you. So 527, 528, 529, 30. So now I'm at a 5 increment mark. I'm at 30. So I want to get to 50. So the best way to do that is to throw 2 dimes at it. So I'm at 30, here's 40, here's 50, 75, $1. So that makes this 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So they should have 4, 50, 60, 70, 3 back and change. Let's check the math. $10 minus $5.27 equals $4.73. And we have $4 here, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3. Look at that, it works. Catching on? Now for you people that already know how to do this, I'm sure this is ridiculous, but I felt compelled to do this. So let's say you have a $5 bill minus $3.61. Okay, so their bill was $3.61. They paid with a 5. So here's your change. $3.61. Gonna need 4 pennies. There we go. So $3.62. 3, 4, and 5. So I'm at $3.65. I like to get to those quarter increments if I can too. So 65, 75. There's $1. So that takes that to 4 and 5. So I've got $1, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So $1.39 should be the change back on this. Double check our math so you know I'm not lying. 5 minus 3.61 equals $1.39, which is what I have here. Hopefully I've explained this enough that you understand how to give change back, and I hope this helps you tremendously, especially if you use it in retail. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!